Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Toonkind FPS. My name is Blaze, and with me, I have the very fantastic, very talented, very awesome.
Heartless.
Hell yeah! And today, the FPS we're having is Echoes Through Time. I am playing Ellie. Who do you have?
Well, I am playing the one and only Gille Trebble, accompanied by none other than Psychopomp, the spirit of horror. And the
Mm-hmm.
things that go bump in the night.
Yep. And Ellie, well, she's been back from a trip. She's had a time through time. Don't worry about it. This is potentially what this is about. But yeah, so what's Gil up to?
Well, Gil also had a trip in which he had an absolute time, but he's been back in Toontown for a week at least.
Okay.
And he's just chatting quietly with Psychopomp
Mm-hmm.
because no one else can see him.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking down the street.
That's fair, yeah. It's just regular day in Toontown. If it's only a week after the party though, would that still make it winter or would it be later in the year, do you think? Do you think we've caught up to more current time?
It's a week after the party, but like you know. that party it it's it's time. Time is a
Yeah.
weird soup.
Yeah, it is. Time is an illusion
Time is an
that helps
illusion when
things
you
make
live in
sense.
Einquell, which,
Yeah.
the seasons change on someone's whim.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. But it could just be a nice day out. Whether or not there's snow is another matter entirely. It's just, decent day. It's just an average day. Nothing seems to be going. You're just vibing, walking along, chatting. And Ellie's probably got like her sketchbook out, flipping through the pages, looking around a bit. But when you're paying attention to your surroundings enough not to bump into someone, but not really paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's probably just like turning through a few pages, looking at some of the things she's drawn before, and like looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably doesn't notice purple demon going the other way.
but the purple demon doesn't notice. But someone else does. And
Yeah.
he stops talking with Gil. And Gil
Mm-hmm.
continues on for like a couple more paces. And then stops himself and looks back. Now, to
Mm-hmm.
anyone else on the street, which there are probably at least a couple,
Oh yeah.
it might be night, it might be day, we don't know. We're not going to
Yeah, we
put a
haven't decided
time,
yet.
we haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
Um, and, the fourth wall's being very flimsy right now.
It really is.
But, he's looking back at Ellie,
Mm-hmm.
it seems.
Yeah.
And Gil tilts his head and goes, Sigh, buddy. Hello? Earth to sigh. Einquill to sigh. Sigh just like starts and his head turns like 180 degrees. What? You were staring. What do you mean? I wasn't staring at anything. Nope. Sigh. Your head's turned around. He looks down. Oh, he just like very casually turns his body around. See, all good. I definitely have and own a very functional neck. Gil just kind of leans to the side and looks where Sai was looking, and then looks back at Sai. It just kind of thinks for like 2 seconds, and then Gil like raises an eyebrow and like, do you have a thing for redheads or something? And Sai narrows his eyes like, what? No! Oh, it's absolutely coincidental. Like, Sai starts following behind Ellie, just like picking at pieces of her hair. They're not like yours.
Should I roll to see if she notices him doing that?
Yes, please do, because our Gil is just like, oh god, we're in this now, and it's following after Sai, like, what?
Okay, so perception, right?
Roll perception.
Alright. Oh, it's a 22.
So it feels like someone's playing with your hair.
Huh.
Like someone's picking up pieces of your hair and flinging them up over your head, but they're not really moving, but you can feel it?
Yeah, she's like blinks a minute, like looks up and like pats a hand to her hair. You know, like when you have like a stray bit of hair and you're like trying to fix it and you're just like, what? But she can't feel Sai's hand, right? So she's just like, what's my hair doing?
Yeah. No, her hand phases right through Sai's hand, and Sai stops picking at her hair. And like stares wide-eyed at her, and Gil's also like, that's weird. But he's going to just like continue to approach and go, hello. Hi, I haven't seen you around here. New?
Yes, hello, hi, yeah, I'm Ellie Gilbert. And she like just holds out her hand. It's like, and you?
Valentine. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Yeah, I'm new here. Just a couple of days or so, or I've actually kind of lost track. Are
You've
you
lost
around here?
track. Oh, I live nearby, just taking a nice walk. It's a nice day for spring.
She just like looks around. Is like, I guess it could be spring. Yeah, yeah. I thought it was nice out, and I wanted to go find somewhere to practice drawing or like sketch something.
Hmm. Gil just kind of like walks around her, looking up and down, his tail flicking up and down as he does.
Mm-hmm. Is something wrong or?
No, I've just forgive me, but you seem very new, and there's only been one other person I've met who's just hasn't had, let's see, more experience on Einquil, I think.
Oh, are new tunes not that common here or?
It's just hard for me to imagine that I've met another new tune.
Oh, uh, congratulations, I guess.
So, you seem kind of lost.
Oh, well, she just like kind of adjusts her glasses a bit. Uh, well, I get, I haven't, uh, and she kind of fumbles for a bit looking around. It's like, how else do I phrase this? Uh, hmm. Well, do you know of somewhere good for sitting around and sketching?
Oh, I might know a few places, he says, kind of like looking at his nails.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great. Which way? You could just point and I'll
I
head off.
think it might be better if I lead you there, 'cause sometimes, the best places are found through the rougher sides of town. And, yeah, you look really lost.
Oh, uh, you sure you want to go through the rougher part of town?
Gil smiles, or rather, Valentine smiles at her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's fun.
Uh, okay. I mean, all right. I mean, I guess I could trust you. Sure.
Okay, I guess Gil is leading, so I get to roll poorly at survival.
Yeah. Oh God, if he gets lost, this is gonna be funny.
So, this is actually very funny. That's a
Mm-hmm.
17.
Mm.
But we are
Holy
going
shit.
to go through the rougher sides of town, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by rougher sides of town, I mean as Gil is walking and just very casually, like, stepping along, just a little
Mm-hmm.
quicker gait than someone would if they, didn't hang around really tall people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cause yeah, Ellie's 1 inch taller than Cal.
And
Oh
Gil has a lot of really tall people he has to keep up with.
God. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Marcel,
Yeah. There's
Bon,
far more than an inch. Yeah.
to name a few.
To name a few. Yes. 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 Yes.
um, as Gil is walking and just
Mm-hmm.
kind of observing Ellie, the sidewalks grow cracked, like,
Mm-hmm.
and weeds start to grow from it, and the
Mm-hmm.
streets themselves become practically abandoned.
Mm. Do you want to roll insight on Ellie as she's walking along, or?
Yes. Just curious as to why she decided to, like, immediately accept that, oh, that's a 10?
Ooh, what would that? Oh, it's only a 10.
Yeah. That's whatever
Yeah.
someone average would pick up. Literally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she doesn't seem jumpy or anything. She's like looking around. She's kind of like, hugging her notebook to her chest, but she doesn't seem nervous exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like more like curious about her surroundings as opposed to nervous and
Mm-hmm.
keeping up with Gil. So, yeah. So, do you come through this way a lot or?
Yeah, I do. There used to be an old abandoned theater that I'd go to. I don't much go to it anymore. There's something much more interesting down the road from it.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, you see, when you get further down the road begins to decay a bit.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm trying to think because this is all
Oh,
improv.
sorry.
um, the road starts to decay a bit. I'm just trying to think what
Yeah.
abandoned interesting things would be in Toontown because there's gotta be a lot.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And Gil just kind of skips a little bit to give me a little more time to think. Um,
Yeah, take your time, take your time.
hmm. Oh, I think I know.
Hmm.
And then the road turns a bit, and it opens up into this kind of fenced off area. And I don't think anyone knows it's still here.
Oh, is that where we're going? Or
Yeah, it's got this
oh,
giant kind of, you know, large house at the back.
uh, large. I mean, I guess I haven't really practiced drawing houses. Mostly people.
So, and Gil just kind of gets just a little bit closer and leans up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you practicing drawing anyways?
Well, see, I uh uh she like fumbles a bit, she like glances at Gil, just like kind of looks away, like rubs a hand to the back of her neck. It's like, well, I kind of make wanted posters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to do them, right? The thing is, I need to get more practice in before I'm any good at it.
Oh, then I'm surprised that you don't recognize me.
Should I?
Oh, maybe. Roll history.
Okay.
See if you
Uh,
recognize Gille Trebble. Um.
alright. Well, I mean, she's been around for a few days. Okay, yeah, 4. And she's just like, yeah, she's just like, uh, eh. She just like gives a small shrug.
I'm not surprised if you haven't been here in Toontown for that long, so.
I mean, a couple of days, maybe. Like maybe 2 more than I am. No, wait, how old am I? I think I could still count how many days I am on one. No, wait, I think I need 2 hands now.
You need far more experience.
I mean, I've had a lot of. Well, I've had some experience so far. I feel like I need less experience at this point.
Oh, already giving up the ghost already.
Well, it was more statues instead of ghosts, but
Statues.
yeah. It's just I went to a museum. There was this whole thing. It's the plot. Was it plot? Trope? I don't know. Things happened, and
Yeah,
now it's just
the plot.
hmm? Yeah. And now I just kind of want to draw stuff, and just I don't know, not have plot happen for 5 minutes.
Well, it's probably a good thing you didn't run into a friend of mine.
Why?
Plot dogs his steps like. Hmm. Well,
Uh,
like a
what?
hungry stray dog.
Oh, huh.
So, like, I mean, he's taken off a break, but that's because I don't know where he is. He said he wanted a break.
Well, hopefully he's having one. Too much plot isn't that fun. Do you have trouble with the plot, or?
No. Although, like I said, plot kind of clings to my friend. So,
Oh.
spending over so much amount of time around him means that plot also clings to you.
She's like kind of nods, not sure if she's getting it, but she's listening, like, okay.
And things always happen in threes. So.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, 1, 2. But wait, maybe that could count as 3. Maybe it's all right. Maybe that's 3. Maybe it's not. Yes.
What are
How
you
do you?
talking about?
Oh, just just the plot. You know, just stuff. Wait, now let's go back to you. Why should I recognize you? Like what?
Oh, he just skips forwards a bit to the turn
Mhm.
because the road has started to decay a bit,
Mhm. Mhm.
and he just kind of like pulls back his hair a little bit and
Mhm.
smiles a little further. I'm kind of wanted in multiple places.
For what? Like wanted for a party? Wanted for
For my skills, mostly.
putting your hair up?
No, I've got short hair. I don't put it
Yeah.
up anymore.
Oh well. I mean, our hair's kind of the same length. You probably could. I know I can braid mine.
Gil just kind of turns his head and shows her the braid. That's as much
Oh,
braid as I do.
I mean, it's still there. See?
And Gil just kind of like offers his hand towards the large house. It's a large Victorian house, and as Ellie
Mhm.
turns the corner, there's a crackboom, and it starts to rain.
Ellie pauses, like that happens, and she like leans back a little. It's just like, whoa, oh,
It'll calm down in a sec, but it always does that at first because it's very excited.
I see.
Actually, no, it's just because it's the trope, plot. Not really plot.
Uh,
It's just areas of Toontown.
okay, that's good because I'm pretty sure I don't know how to draw rain yet.
Gil just kind of shakes his hair a little bit because his hair's now wet. And he
Mm-hmm.
looks over how, if you could see past the building, there's this kind of quiet, misty wood. He starts walking again.
Okay, she does pause a little at that. Is like, okay, wait a minute. You do realize this is like at least a little. Is this supposed to be suspicious?
I don't know, is following someone who says, "Yeah, I know a place," suspicious?
Well, I mean, knowing a place isn't suspicious, but this is starting to seem like it should maybe be suspicious. I'm actually not sure if this uh is this supposed to be suspicious or not? She's having to think about this for a moment. She's looking between Gil and the house and the Misty Woods, and she's like, wait a minute.
Gil actually, he walks to the side and he just kind of leans against one of the buildings, 'cause there is another building on the other side of the road up to this place.
Yeah.
And you probably hear the noise it makes as it's the steel rubs against the wall. It's wearing armor.
Yeah. I feel like I should question something here. Like, are you gonna kidnap me or something? Or, like, what's happening here? Are we actually going somewhere to draw, or...
Well, I was until you stopped to question me, so... I figured I'd wait for you to decide.
On being kidnapped or not, or...
No, for you to decide whether or not I'm suspicious. He's just looking at her with, I gotta roll deception, because it's that, like, innocent look like, what have I done wrong? I've done nothing. 15 plus 8.
Ooh. 15 plus 8, holy shit, alright.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 23.
23. I mean, I could try and do, what is it, insight?
Yeah. Gil just appears honest.
That's 9, yeah.
He appears entirely honest, like, he's gonna take you to a cool place, and now you're questioning him and making him feel bad.
Oh. Yeah, she just, like, kind of looks at him a moment, and she just tucks her sketchbook in her side bag to try and keep it dry, and then pulls, like, the hood of her hoodie up and just goes to follow to just, rain now. Alright.
Gil steps away from the wall and starts skirting along the fence. He's not going into the building.
Yeah, she just follows, looking around, like, alright.
Funny enough, as they step out of the radius of the spooky building and into the misty forest, the rain immediately stops.
Well, that's convenient.
Always is. Okay, let's see. Just a little farther, I think.
Okay.
And he walks upon an unseen path.
Well, she can at least see him, so she's probably still, like, looking around, like, alright. I feel like I should be sus, but she got, a 9 on that insight, and he got 23, so it's just like, I don't want to be mean, I don't want to question this.
And he's leading her further and further into the forest, and then he suddenly stops and turns to look at her.
You lost? Did you forget where we're going?
No.
Okay. Alright.
I just want to ask something.
Oh,
When you patted your head earlier, what was that about?
Yeah.
That was very strange.
Why were you watching me?
You stopped in the middle of the street. People had to go around you.
Is that weird in Toontown?
Only if something is happening.
Huh.
No. Only if nothing is happening. God.
What? She looks confused for a minute, like, what? Well,
Oh, see, that was me. It should be only if nothing is happening. If you stop in the middle
fair.
of the street, it is
Got it.
weird.
Got it. I thought it was Gil
Sorry,
fumbling.
no, that was
No,
me
you're fine.
fumbling.
That's fair. That's fair. Very valid. It's just, oh, I mean, I don't know. It felt like something was flipping with my hair.
Huh.
So I didn't feel like it was the wind or something. So I was just, I thought somebody was behind me. I mean, I couldn't see anybody, but well, I guess I
Okay.
didn't entirely turn around. But
And Gil turns and starts walking again. Okay.
uh, why is that why you talked to me? Because I checked my hair?
Because you stopped in the middle of the road and multiple people were walking around you, yes.
I I
I
still don't think
thought
it's
it
that
was
weird.
very weird.
Is that the purple demon to the sketch artist?
I'm not a demon. I don't
Oh,
come from anywhere else. I grew up
well,
here in Einquell.
well, how does that mean you could still be a demon? You just grew up here. Wait, you grew up where?
In Einquell? You
Care to
know.
roll insight?
Yeah. He's gonna stop and turn and look at her again, like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you going on about?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 19 plus 3. Wow.
Oh, jeez. All right. Hang on.
He just kind of like lowers his. Oh.
Oh, 18. Yeah.
He kind of
She
like
hide.
lowers his glasses a little and looks at her over them, like,
Mhm. She, in contrast, like pushes her glasses up, looks away, but it looks almost like she wants to say something or argue with what he's saying, but she keeps her mouth closed.
Gil just like tilts his head and he steps closer and closer to her until he's standing right in front of her and
Hmm.
goes, "You might as well speak your mind. You know, there's no one else here."
She blinks, looks around. This is pretty quiet for a forest. I at least expected, squirrels. I just thought you grew up somewhere else. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it my devilish looks?
She just stares at you for a moment, like, what?
His tail like flicks back and forth and he's just grinning at her like, Hmm?
uh, yeah, he just reminded me of people elsewhere, I guess. Yeah, I've only been to a few other places in my couple of days. Teleportation circles and all that.
Now, I'm surprised as to why you have enough money for a teleportation circle.
She kind of scuffs her foot on the ground a bit. I mean, I came in with a bit of money.
Hmm. I'm sorry, I'm just, not very many tunes I know just popped out of nowhere, so it's very fascinating.
Yeah, that you're like the second person who's been fascinated by this. Is it really that rare?
Yes, at least within the past, 20 or so years. Which,
Well, that's
which is
old
how
enough for
old
me.
I am, by the way.
You're. T-
I'm
oh, I thought you.
20.
Oh, not 25 or something.
No, but I look an awful lot older because some tunes age much more quickly. like I
Oh,
do.
I thought Toon stayed slower. Oh,
I was an adult by the time I was 5.
are you still 5?
No.
Oh,
I've been on Ironquell for 20 years.
there's like the math meme around her head, like
And
you're 5.
technically, I'd be 30.
The math meme gets worse. There's more question marks involved. She's just looking at you like, what?
Gil's just like smiling like there's nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, in the end, I think she just kind of blinks. It's just like, doesn't understand, but doesn't know what else to do other than just accept it. And the math meme just like falls around her head and just disappears. And it's just like, okay, so you're 20, not 30 or 25.
No,
Got
I've
it.
been on Einquell for 20 years, and I grew up here.
Huh.
Is that
Interesting.
strange?
Uh, no. Should
Just
it
a
be?
I don't know. You were kind of acting like it was. And Gil turns and starts walking again. But I don't. Like I said, your existence is very fascinating because the well of inspiration, you know, throughout my lifetime, I was under the impression that it was running out.
Well, yeah, it does that. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like, wait, can you run out of inspiration? Hang on.
Oh, yes. Easily. It's terrifying when it happens.
Oh, Peck.
There's been, I think, at least one event of it happening. But the
Oh.
inspiration came rushing back, so they weren't overly worried. At least at
Oh.
that point.
Oh, okay.
Gil stops again, but this time, the fog
Mm-hmm.
has kind of curled back, and there's a little grove.
Mm-hmm.
And Gil goes over and sits down on one of the stumps and just kind of stretches, and there's a from his coat.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh. Is this the place?
Yeah, Papa Squat.
Oh. She goes to sit and pauses and gives you the most confused look.
Gil just
What?
gives her Pop a squat means to sit down.
Oh, okay. She goes, she sits. She takes her sketchbook out, but she's just like looking around for a bit first.
Well, as she's looking around and both her and Gil are sitting down, the fog starts to move
Hmm.
and makes animal forms.
She pauses. This is like,
But if she stares too long, the fog just becomes normal fog again.
she
It's
like blinks a few times.
kind of like out of the corner of her eye,
Mm-hmm.
there's. Was that a cat? Or a squirrel?
Is this, uh, is this a Fey Grove or something?
Gil just kind of looks around for a moment. Maybe?
Are you? No, you're not. What?
Am I a fae?
I know you're not a Fey.
No, this is just a little corner of spooky in Toontown.
Huh. It's nice. It's not exactly spooky. Well, now I know there's not anything to do with Faye anyway.
Come here to think sometimes.
About what?
There are a lot of things. It's quiet enough that you can almost hear the spirits on the other side.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you could just talk to them if you want to, right? Or, no, I don't. Uh, that seems oddly specific.
Gil's just grinning at her, and he's watching her for a moment. What's she doing right now?
God, what is she doing? She's just like sitting there, just like kind of cross-legged. She's got her side bag like kind of pulled up to her. She took out her sketchbook.
Mhm.
She's got it like probably partially open, but hasn't like started to draw or anything or gone to a blank page. And just like when Gil mentioned like just like listening to the quiet and whatnot, she probably just like took a breath and just kind of listened for a minute, like maybe partially closing her eyes but not fully. And then as he started talking again, she opened her eyes again, like, okay, wait a minute. And still
Nice.
like kind of like almost glancing like she's trying to see from the corner of her eyes without like turning her head now.
Uh-huh. Um, when she stopped to breathe and listen for a moment, she heard
Mm-hmm.
a just like on the corner of her hearing.
And she probably like slowly turns her head at that.
She doesn't see anything in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
But if she pauses and holds for another moment and Gil's quiet, just
Mm-hmm.
watching her, she'll
I
hear, "You can hear me, can't you?"
She gives like a small nod of her head. Yeah.
Laughter seems to fade.
Did you hear that?
I'm gonna have to roll deception because Gil, of course, heard that because of the side.
Mm-hmm.
It's still alright, but that's a 17.
Oh,
No,
let's see.
what are you talking about? I didn't hear anything.
Roll insight. That's a 16.
That's just one below Gil's
Yeah.
deception.
Oh. Oh god. God, do you want to roll insight?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah.
That's a 15.
Okay.
12 plus 3.
Okay, she seems a little worried, but she doesn't. It's almost like she's worried about Gil or Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he says he didn't hear anything, that seemed to worry her. But like, oh, does that make sense? Like, what do you mean
Yeah.
you don't hear it? Like like, why didn't you hear it? Like for
Uh-huh.
some reason, not like why did I hear it and not you, but why didn't you? Wait, what?
And Gil just, or Valentine, I suppose, leans forward and places his elbows on his knees and his head in his hands, and he
Mm-hmm.
kind of looks at Ellie like,
Mm-hmm.
"What did you hear?" Hmm?
Mm. She gives a small shrug. Nothing. And I'm gonna roll deception now.
You should do it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because,
Well, that's a 6. I don't know. We're gonna do it just for funsies.
Just for funsies.
Oh, that was a nat 20. Oh, that's her only nat 20 so far. Oh. And she's probably like still like glancing around, like clearly listening for something. He's like, I didn't hear anything. What do you mean? I didn't hear anything. Why didn't you hear something? That's the weird thing.
Why would that be weird?
And
Do
she
you
like
know
scrunches up her.
something about me?
Should I?
I don't know. Should you?
These circular questions get confusing. Should I? Shouldn't? Should? I don't. Yes. No. I. We're not alone, are we?
Oh, I'd hate to spoil the fun, but no, we're not. Gil's just smug.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a trick that I've played on you, considering he's always here.
Mm-hmm. And she gives a small nod as she looks around. And then she starts looking down and around.
Mm-hmm. What are you
Wait,
looking
really?
for?
Still nothing?
Try again.
A cat?
A cat.
Yeah.
She just like quizzically raises his eyebrows, like, oh, what an unusual thing to be looking for. But it's right now it's very clear that he's being coy. He's toying with her because he knows exactly what she means.
I don't know, just the cat, you know?
Question here is, what do you know?
Why do you want to know? Is it important? Like,
It's
what?
important to me. Specifically.
Oh. Really?
Yes.
Wait, why?
Has to do why you stopped on the street.
Oh. Well. See, I got a cat the other day, and I thought it was playing with my hair.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard more believable things at the fair.
I mean, the cat's in my bag if you want to meet her.
His face just kind of screws up, like his nose wrinkles reflexively, and then he goes, sure, if you want to let her out.
Okay. And she reaches into the bag and she ruffles around a little bit, and you hear a like a like a meow, and just like a little paw starts batting out from the bag. Like, there you go. Come here. Come here. Look, I got somebody for you to meet. Come here. And she takes out this like it fits in her hand. It's not that big, but yeah, she takes out a cat. This little cat.
Gil's just like leaning backwards, just nose reflexively like,
You were right there.
I'm fine.
I think it's my turn to say I've heard better stories at where was it? The carnival?
I said the fair, but the carnival
Oh, the
works
fair.
too.
All right. I've heard better bedtime stories too. We're more convincing anyway. The cat's just purring, like rubbing against her hand. She's giving it pets.
hmm I mean, Gil is a good enough distance away to not immediately like jump out of his seat, but he's
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
his tail
Still
had
not
stopped.
happy.
Yeah, his tail had stopped twitching. It's now
Mm-hmm.
very still. He's now very still.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like he's 2 to 3 seconds away from jumping up into the trees.
Oh.
And you hear, or Ellie hears,
Mm-hmm.
like echoing.
Mm-hmm.
And Gil actually does react to the laugh and just like rolls his shoulders and just crosses his arms and just like bad mood immediately.
Oh. You okay? You're still not okay, and it's I thought you liked cats.
I No, I just wanted to see yours. Because you said you had one, and it's kind of cruel to keep them in a bag or something. I don't know.
Hmm, she doesn't mind it in there. It's where she sleeps. Although sometimes she also sleeps in my front pocket.
I have a question about the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Because I haven't heard Ellie's games.
Mm-hmm.
Did she acquire this cat?
She did. It was a gift, and if Gil actually wants to roll investigation on the cat, looking at it.
Yeah, sure. Investigation. That's a +2. It's a 13. Funny. Haha, 13.
Mm-hmm. It probably takes a second to notice because cat
hmm
scared of cat, Sigh laughing in the background.
Yeah, Sai making fun of me, as
Mm-hmm.
always.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it takes a second to notice, but you realize that this is actually a wooden cat. It's a wind up clockwork cat.
Noticing this, Gil visibly relaxes a bit and just kind of looks at Ellie kind of a little confused, like,
Mm-hmm. What?
sorry, I mistook it for something not a marvelous invention of science.
She smiles at that and then like bumps her forehead against the cat. It just nuzzles.
Mhm.
It was a it was a gift that I got after helping out somebody on the trip I went on.
Oh, that's nice. He seems more settled now that he's identified that it's not a real cat.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. Yep. Ellie probably doesn't pick up on this.
No, but Ellie, what Ellie does feel at the moment
Mhm.
is something brushing along her ankles
Mhm.
and a quiet echoing trill of a noise.
Mhm. Without actually looking, she just reaches out a hand, like she knows what's there. and goes to pet
Mm-hmm.
while still like paying attention to the one in her hands.
Yeah. Gil watches her do this, and she feels a warm nose bunt
Mhm.
up against your hand. And Gil's like looking down, looking up, looking down, looking up, just like peering at her, like, what are you doing?
What? You do a lot of staring. I don't like. Is this normal?
I'm trying to figure out what your deal is, if that isn't clear.
Uh. Uh. She doesn't get much further than that. I don't. I mean, I. Can't you figure it out? I don't know. I suppose like she would say something. I was like, why don't you figure it out? I don't know. Why do you have to figure out my deal?
Because it's very, very odd.
Uh huh.
Which is why why I led you here and
Mm-hmm.
not just left you alone.
Uh huh. Hmm. And you can't figure it out, right?
Not without saying some compromising things, I suppose.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of how it is. That makes sense. Gotta be careful with words and secrety secrets or something. Yeah.
I might as well,
Oh.
considering the only physical people here are you and me.
And my cat.
You're not
Well,
cat.
yeah, I got two not cats apparently. I don't know when this one. Well, I kind of know when this one showed up. It's.
Two not cats. When she says this one, is she
Mm-hmm.
stroking the apparent nothing?
Yeah.
Hmm. When did that one show up?
While ago.
Not seen or heard. Sai just like going off in the background, just like, what is that? As he's like, doing the what is those memes at the invisible
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are those? But the only person who can hear this is Gil, and Gil is doing his very best to just keep his senses on what Ellie is saying and not his
Mhm.
best friend going off in the background or the fourth wall which is crackling.
Yep. 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 But yeah, do you have? Oh no, wait. Yeah, you do have a cat. Never mind. Or do you? I don't.
There it is again. You assume I have a cat. Why?
Why not? I'm a redhead with two cats. What another redhead with two cats, or one cat? You need another cat.
Gil is just gonna like close his eyes for a moment and breathe through his nostrils and breathe out. It's all these assumptions, which, you know, the other one that I met, didn't have a whole lot of assumptions. About
Huh.
me, at least.
Uh, okay. Is that does that mean anything or
That's in the area of I'm trying to figure this out.
okay. Are you close
Why
to
are you assuming things about me?
I don't know. I should probably stop.
Kills. That's another insight roll.
Mm-hmm.
Does she really not know?
Yeah, you can roll insight, yeah.
9.
Oh, 19. Yeah, she doesn't know. This is coincidence. This is somehow straight up coincidence.
Well, the thing is Gil doesn't really believe in coincidence. He's met too many gods to believe in coincidence.
That's pretty fair. But either way, she's pretty convincing. Whether or not he believes it is another matter. But she seems to be being honest.
Well, she seems to not know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, yep. What's going on? My goodness. Why are you being weird? I just maybe I think everybody has a cat. Maybe that's just a weird thing of being new. Who knows?
Gil's tail flicks up and down, and you can hear it thump against
Mm-hmm.
the forest floor, which causes some of the fog to flow out around him.
Mm-hmm. I think at this point, she probably does take out her pencil and she starts sketching in her sketchbook.
Mm-hmm. Of course, the quote-unquote not cat is now curled up in her lap. She can feel it
Oh.
there. You know how
Mm-hmm.
cats love to interrupt when you're drawing.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She seems to be used to this and just kind of like shifts accordingly. Like, okay, I gotta go like this now. And the little clockwork one is like tucked about her neck, and she's just like, "Yep, I'm used to this. I know what to do." Yeah, she just starts sketching in her book. And God, what do I roll for that? I think it was
Dexterity.
dexterity. All
Mm-hmm.
right. And it's not a saving throw. It's just straight dex.
I
And
think
she doesn't
so.
have her.
Yeah, if she doesn't have her art supplies yet, it'd be
Yeah.
just straight dex. Because I
Mm-hmm.
tend to, like, it's sleight of hand or straight dex.
That's fair. Well, 15, not bad. So
Mm-hmm.
she's doing pretty decently as she sketches.
Mm-hmm. Gil's just, actually, what languages does she know?
She her main other one, but well, she knows Grolix obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and Celestial.
Okay. So she doesn't understand the words that are now coming out of Gil's mouth. Because he's speaking
Probably
in
not.
primordial.
Yep, nope, does not know that one.
So it kind of sounds like hiss of air and a crackling fire, and he's looking up at the sky actually as he's like saying this.
Mm-hmm.
And after a moment or two, you hear an answer in
Mm-hmm.
crackling fire only.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
And the
Let me
snap of wood.
ooh. Let me roll. Let's see. Da, 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 da. That's a 14. She probably blinks and turns her head slightly,
Mm-hmm.
but she doesn't jump or anything.
Mm-hmm. Gil's watching her out of the corner of his eye, but he's still kind of looking. He's actually not looking up to the sky completely,
Mm-hmm.
but to a position that's above where he's sitting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Almost as if there's someone there.
Mm-hmm.
Gil visioned for a moment.
Yeah.
She's got a cat. Where? I don't know, but you gotta figure it out. Come on, Gil. I know you can do this. Gil's just answering in primordial. Sigh. Seriously. She doesn't know what the hell's going on. You're gonna have to calm down and give me a little more than she's got a cat. She can see the irritated look on his face. But it's the kind of irritation you get with a friend. Like, God, slow down, please.
Yep. She probably purses her lips a little bit, trying not to smile, just keeping a neutral expression, and she just keeps drawing.
Have you tried talking with her again? You seem to actually be getting through. You really think so? Oh, There's a... So the mist kind of swirls and moves
Mm-hmm.
towards the corner of her eye.
Mm-hmm.
For a moment, she sees the tail end of a coat.
Ooh.
The coat is ragged,
Mm-hmm.
like it's been torn to shreds and pulled through thorns and bushes.
Mm. I think she pauses at that and seems to turn the page in her, like, what she was originally drawing, and then start sketching again on a different page. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll dex again. Oh, that's a 6.
Mm.
Yeah, she's trying to draw something.
Mm-hmm.
She just like gets this like look on her face, like her mouth is like that, wavery line of just like, ugh,
Mm-hmm.
and just like goes back to the first drawing, like, never mind.
You hear very, very faintly, what are you
Well, the second one didn't work out, so now I'm trying to go back. I'm just going back to the wanted poster.
trying? Gil just kind of tilts his head. What was that?
Uh, Nothing. I'm just talking to the cats.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yep.
So, what you drawing?
Wanted poster.
Of who?
Uh, Nobody you've met.
Really? Nobody I've met.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And
I.
Valentine gets to his feet, just kind of saunters over, trying to look.
What? No, no, it's not done yet. No, what are you doing?
I want, just give a peek.
Can you like wait till I'm done?
Fine, I can wait till you're done. He walks back and sits back down.
She like, looks at him and then she like finishes like sketching and all right, all right, all right. I promise. So okay. And she carefully gets up because
Mhm.
just like winds herself from underneath the cat in her lap.
Yeah. The cat, she feels it tumble away, but there's a slight brush of feeling against her ankles, and then it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and she's like, "Aw, well, they'll be back. All right, here you go." And she like walks over to Gil and like holds out arm's length the wanted poster.
Mhm.
And as he looks at it, it looks like a here, let me it looks like a raccoon woman tune with bright blue eyes, a mask, purple hair in ponytails, and the well,
Mhm. I know who this
uh,
is.
yeah, yeah. And underneath where the name goes, where it says wanted, is like Lady Delilah Rosita Emily Alexis Daimon.
uh, so Gil is actually gonna reach into his pocket, into his hammer space, see if he can get a pen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a 5. We could get a pen. Pen
Mm-hmm.
is no problem.
Yeah.
And as he like flips, it's a quill actually.
Mm-hmm.
He flips it and flicks a little ink away from the quill. He looks up
Mm-hmm.
at her and smiles and signs Delilah Rosita Lady Dread. He signs
Mm-hmm.
Lady Dread
Mm-hmm.
just underneath where the name is written.
Oh, hey, you signed it.
Mhm. Now it's official.
Yeah, hang on. And she like blows on it a bit for the ink to dry before carefully putting it back in her sketchbook.
You know, I have that costume hanging at home. I didn't
Oh,
bring it with me today.
uh, that's fair.
You know, Einquell. It's a very big place.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And Gil just kind of gets up and just brushes himself off. Is there
Mm-hmm.
from his jacket, and he just kind of looks at Ellie,
Mm-hmm.
and then he looks away to like. Actually, he's looking at Ellie, and he looks up and behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. I gotta get home.
It, oh, you tired?
A little bit. It kind of happens after a heist. So, goodbye.
Uh, okay, bye.
Gil starts to walk off, but before he leaves the radius, he says, he'll watch over you, I'm sure. Come on, Sai. And then continues walking.
Okay, you keep walking. It's quiet a moment, then you hear behind you. Bye, Psychopomp. Bye, Gil.
He just kind of wiggles weird, and Sai behind him's like, she knows, it is her! And Gil's just like, face in his hands, like, huh. I don't know what else you want.
I don't know, that's fair, yeah.
Gil's tired. He's going home. He tried.
That's fair.
And
Yeah.
he figured, Rome wasn't built in a day. Figuring out her
Yeah.
deal is not going to happen in an entire day.
Mhm. That's fair. God.
But he doesn't know why she knows his name.
Mhm. That's fair. Yeah. God. Do you
Cons-
want to hop to the next day, or do we want to follow Gil home?
Are we going to the next day?
Up to you. Up to you. I'm good as far as
It's
time goes. You're the one
it's
with the time
been
limit.
longer than an hour, and I'm tired.
No, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah. We could do this another time. Yeah.
Well, we can trail off and have
Yeah.
another one later.
Yeah.
Maybe
Absolutely.
even a
Absolutely.
game later.
Yeah. Absolutely. Entirely up to you. But yeah. Yeah, no, like if you're getting tired, we could whatever here. I got lost in the sauce. This was fun.
It's so much fun. Thank you guys for listening in. Um,
Mhm.
the conundrum of what the hell is going on will continue in the
Hell
next one.
yeah.
Goodbye.
Mhm. Mhm. Bye. Recording stopped.